Do your afternoons feel hard? Do you feel sleepy after lunch? Does your mind say, work, while your body says, rest? You are not alone. Afternoon is not leftover time. Afternoon is a test. It is the moment we learn how to use our energy. It is the bridge from the bright morning to the soft evening. If you joined our morning routine, you remember the fresh start. You remember breakfast, a plan, and hope. Morning felt clear. But after lunch, things change. The light is warmer. The clock is slower. Our eyes feel heavy. We need simple steps to stay awake, to stay kind to ourselves, and to finish the day well. Hi, I'm Larry. I will be your friendly guide. Today, we will follow a young American family in the afternoon. Dad at the office, mom at her workplace, and their child at school. Their stories are small and real. There is food. There is work. There is play. There is love. And there are tiny choices that make a big difference. Stay with me to the end. I have a small story gift for you there. It is not a thing you can hold. It is an idea you can keep. It can change how your afternoons feel. For this episode, the words are simple. The sentences are short. If you are learning English, this is for you. You can listen and repeat. You can pause and speak with me. You can learn new words from daily life. Lunch, walk, water, focus, break, snack, talk, breathe. This is English for real moments. Close your eyes for a second, if you can. Hear the soft hum of an office. See the sun on a classroom wall. Smell coffee in a small cafe. Feel a cold glass of water in your hand. This is the afternoon world. It is quiet sometimes. It is busy sometimes. It is yours. Here is what we will do together. We will start with lunch, the fuel at midday. We will go back to work and study, the busy hours. We will learn simple ways to stay focused. Water, a short walk, a short nap. We will take smart breaks, not long, just right. We will choose tasks, one big thing first, then the small ones. We will use snacks, fruit or nuts, to keep energy steady. We will communicate, a kind word, a short email, a small laugh. We will try mindfulness, 3 calm breaths to reset. No lectures, no pressure, only gentle stories and small steps you can try today. Are you ready? Listen to the clock at noon. Listen to your body and your mind. Let's walk into the afternoon together. Now our family sits down to eat. Trays, lunchboxes, and warm plates meet the light. The smell of grilled food, the crunch of fresh lettuce, the bright taste of lemon. This is where our afternoon truly begins. Part 2. Lunch, the midday fuel. Part 2. Lunch, the midday fuel. It is 12 o'clock. The sun is high. The light is bright and golden, falling across windows and tables. You can almost hear the soft hum of voices, the clink of trays, the sound of chairs moving. It is lunchtime. Dad is at the office cafeteria. The smell of grilled chicken is strong, warm, and a little smoky. He takes a sandwich, bread, lettuce that crunches, tomato with juice, and hot chicken inside. On the side are fries. They are salty, warm, and a little oily on his tongue. The first bite makes him happy, but he knows the heavy food may make him sleepy soon. Mom is at a cafe near her work. The air smells of roasted coffee beans and olive oil. Sunlight comes through half-closed blinds, drawing stripes on the table. She orders a salmon salad. The fish is fresh. The lemon on top is sharp and bright. The taste is light, clean, and gives her steady energy. She smiles because this meal will help her focus longer. At school, the child opens a small lunchbox. Inside is rice with pieces of chicken and carrots. Steam fogs the lid. The smell is simple, home-like, comforting. Around them, the cafeteria is loud, full of laughter and pizza smells. But that spoon of warm rice makes the child feel safe and ready to learn again. 3 lunches, 3 choices, 1 heavy, 1 light, 1 homemade. Each choice will change the afternoon. Dad may feel a food coma after fries. Mom will stay clear with her salad. The child carries love from home in a small box. Here is the lesson, small but true. Lunch is not only about food. Lunch is fuel. What you eat at noon writes the story of your afternoon. If you skip lunch, your body is weak. If you eat too much sugar or fried food, your eyes grow heavy. But if you choose balance, protein, vegetables, fruit, you keep your mind alive. In America, lunch is often short, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. In some countries, like Spain or Italy, lunch is long, with time for talk, laughter, even a nap. Different cultures, different ways. But one truth is the same. Lunch shapes the rest of the day. So think back. Can you remember one lunch that gave you good energy all day? Maybe it was simple. An apple, a sandwich, a bowl of soup. That meal was more than food. It was a helper for your afternoon. Now the trays are cleared. The bills are paid. The lunch boxes are closed. It is time to return. Work waits. Classes continue. The afternoon grind begins. Part 2. Lunch. The midday fuel. The clock says 12. Tick, tick, tick. Outside, the sun is high in the sky. The light is strong, golden, shining through big windows. It makes the tables bright, and the glass looks almost white with light. Voices fill the air. Chairs move. Trays make a soft clink. It is lunchtime. Dad is in the office cafeteria. The smell of grilled chicken is warm, smoky, and a little salty. He takes a sandwich. Inside is hot chicken, green lettuce that crunches, and tomato that drips juice. On the side, there are fries. They smell of salt and oil. When he bites, the fries are hot, soft inside, and salty on his tongue. He smiles, but after some minutes, he feels heavy. This food gives comfort, but maybe too much. Repeat after me. Dad eats a sandwich. Dad eats fries. Mom is in a small cafe near her work. The air is full of the smell of coffee beans, dark and rich. Sunlight comes in through blinds, leaving lines of gold across her table. She orders a salmon salad. The fish is fresh, soft, and warm. On top is lemon, sharp and bright. The taste is light and clean. It feels good in her mouth. She feels ready to keep going. Repeat after me. Mom eats a salad. Mom eats salmon. The child is in the school cafeteria. It is loud, full of laughter, shouting, and the smell of pizza and tomato sauce. But from a small lunchbox comes another smell, simple and homelike. Rice with chicken and carrots. Steam fogs the plastic lid. When the child opens it, the smell of warm rice makes them feel safe. The taste is soft, sweet from the carrot, and a little salty from the chicken. The noise of the cafeteria is still there, but that food is like a hug from home. Repeat after me. The child eats rice. The child eats chicken. 3 lunches, 3 choices, 1 heavy, 1 light, 1 homemade. Each choice writes a different story for the afternoon. Dad may feel sleepy. Mom will stay clear. The child feels comfort from family love. Here is the truth. Simple but powerful. Lunch is fuel. It is not only about taste. It is energy for the rest of the day. If you skip lunch, your body is weak. If you eat too much fried food, your eyes grow heavy. If you choose balance, protein, vegetables, fruit, your mind stays alive. Say with me, lunch is fuel. Lunch gives energy. In America, lunch is often short, 15 or 20 minutes. People eat quickly, then return to work. In Italy or Spain, lunch is long, with laughter, stories, even a nap. Different countries, different ways. But the truth is the same. What we eat at noon changes how we live the afternoon. Think for a moment. What was one lunch that gave you strong energy? Was it an apple, a bowl of soup, or rice with vegetables? That meal was more than food. It was your helper for the afternoon. Now the trays are cleared, the bills are paid, the lunchboxes are closed. The afternoon calls again. Work is waiting. Classes begin again. And here comes the real test. Can we stay awake, stay focused, and keep moving? Part 3. Returning to work and study, the afternoon grind. The plates are gone, the lunchboxes are closed. The cafe is quiet again. Now comes the hard part, the afternoon grind. In the office, Dad walks into a meeting room. The air smells of ink from markers on the whiteboard. The lights above shine white and cool, a little too bright for tired eyes. He hears the tap, tap, tap of keyboards and the low hum of voices. He opens his laptop. The screen glows. His eyes feel heavy, but the clock on the wall says there is still so much to do. Repeat after me. Dad is in a meeting. Dad opens his laptop. Across town, Mom sits back at her desk. Papers are on her table, sticky notes in yellow and pink shouting for her attention. The smell of coffee from the break room drifts in, tempting her. The light from her screen feels strong, almost sharp on her eyes. She takes a sip of water. Cool, clean, it helps for a moment. She looks at the clock. 4 p.m. deadline. Her shoulders feel tight. But she starts with one small task, then another. Step by step, the weight begins to lift. Repeat after me. Mom is at her desk. Mom has a deadline. At school, the child goes back to math class. The teacher's chalk squeaks on the blackboard. The smell of pencil shavings fills the air. Sunlight comes through tall windows, warm and golden, but it makes the room feel sleepy. The child holds a pencil. Scratch, scratch. Numbers go on the page. For a moment, the eyelids are heavy. But then a friend whispers a joke. The child laughs, and the class feels lighter. Repeat after me. The child is in class. The child writes numbers. This is what the afternoon grind looks like. Work, study, meetings, homework. For many people, this is the busiest time of the day. And here is a small truth. Our bodies dip in the afternoon. Between 1 and 3 o'clock, the circadian rhythm makes us sleepy. It is natural. Dad feels it. Mom feels it. The child feels it too. But here is the lesson. Focus is not about doing everything. Focus is about choosing one big thing first. Dad learns to give his full mind to the meeting, not to every email at the same time. Mom learns that writing one important page helps more than chasing 10 small notes. The child learns that solving one math problem can start the whole page. Say with me, one big thing first. So when you face your afternoon grind, remember, don't fight 10 battles at once. Pick the one that matters. Finish it. Then move on. That is how the day moves forward. The meeting ends, the report grows, the math problems are solved. Step by step, the afternoon continues. But soon the energy will drop again, and the fight to stay focused will return. How do they keep their minds awake when the slump grows stronger? That is what we will see next. Part 4. Staying focused, fighting the slump. It is 2 o'clock. The sun is lower now, shining through office windows in long golden lines. Dust floats in the light, moving slowly like tiny stars. The office is quiet except for the tap, tap, tap of keyboards and the soft hum of air conditioning. This is the sleepy hour, the afternoon slump. Dad sits at his desk. His eyes feel heavy. His head nods a little. The taste of fries from lunch still lingers, salty on his lips. He thinks, maybe I need another coffee. But then he sees the glass of water on his desk. He takes a sip. The water is cold, clean, fresh on his tongue. The coolness wakes him more than he expected. Repeat after me. Dad drinks water. Water helps him wake up. Upstairs, Mom feels the same. Her eyes blur from the bright glow of the computer screen. The air smells of old coffee drifting from the break room. She stands up. Her chair squeaks. Her shoes click on the floor as she walks to the window. She opens it just a little. A rush of air comes in, cool and sweet, carrying the smell of rain on the pavement outside. She closes her eyes, breathes deeply, and feels alive again. Repeat after me. Mom opens the window. Fresh air helps her. At school, the child fights to stay awake in class. The chalk squeaks on the board. The room smells of pencil shavings and warm wood from the desks. Sunlight makes bright patches on the floor. The child stretches arms high, then bends down to touch toes. The small movement makes the blood flow, and suddenly the child feels more awake. Repeat after me. The child stretches. Stretching gives energy. Here is a small truth. Our bodies want to rest in the afternoon. It is natural. But we do not always need more coffee or more sugar. Sometimes a glass of water, a breath of fresh air, or a short stretch is enough to reset the mind. In Spain, people take a siesta, a short nap in the afternoon. In America, many people take a coffee break around 3 p.m. Different ways, but the same goal, to wake the body again. And there is one more trick, a short nap. Not 1 hour, but 20 minutes. A power nap. Long enough to give new energy, short enough to keep the mind clear. Say with me, a short nap helps. 20 minutes is good. The lesson is simple. Staying focused is not about pushing harder. It is about making small, kind choices when your body feels low. Drink water, take air, stretch, nap a little. These are gentle tools, but they work. Now Dad feels lighter. Mom feels calm. The child feels awake again. The slump is softer. The afternoon continues. But here's the next question. When the work piles up, do we keep going without pause or do we take smart breaks? Let's find out in the next part. Part 5. Breaks, the secret fuel. The office is quiet again. Only the hum of the air conditioner and the soft tap, tap, tap of keyboards. Dad looks at his screen. His eyes are tired. He thinks, I will just keep working. But his body feels heavy. He stands up. The chair squeaks. His steps are soft on the carpet. At the water cooler, he hears the gentle glug, glug as he fills his cup. The water is cold, fresh, clean on his tongue. He looks out the window. The sun is shining, bright and warm, painting golden light across the floor. Just 5 minutes. But when he sits down, his mind feels lighter. Repeat after me. Dad takes a short break. Breaks give energy. Mom chooses another kind of break. She puts in her earbuds. Soft music flows in, piano notes, calm and slow. The office noise fades. She takes her hand cream, lemon-scented. The smell is fresh, sweet, like summer. She rubs it on her hands, closes her eyes for a moment. When she opens them, the computer screen looks softer. She feels ready again. Repeat after me. Mom listens to music. Music helps her relax. At school, the bell rings. Ding, ding, ding. The sound is loud, and children laugh as chairs scrape across the floor. The child runs outside. The air smells of grass and sunshine. Friends shout, sneakers squeak, a ball bounces on the pavement. The child bites into an apple. Crunch. The juice is sweet, cool on the tongue. 10 minutes of play, fresh air, and laughter make the child stronger for the next class. Repeat after me. The child runs. The child eats an apple. Here is the truth. Breaks are not lost time. Breaks are fuel, just like gas stations on a long road. Without them, the trip feels endless. With them, the body and mind are ready again. Short breaks, 5 or 10 minutes, work better than one long break. Active breaks, walking, stretching, playing, give more energy than sitting still. And maybe this is the small lesson for us. The best work is not done by working non-stop. The best work is done by people who know when to pause, breathe, and return with fresh eyes. Now Dad feels clear, Mom feels calm, and the child feels alive. The afternoon moves forward, but new questions come. When work is waiting, should we do one big job or many small ones? How do we choose? That is what we will discover in the next part. Part 6. Handling tasks. Big versus small. The clock keeps ticking. Tick, tick, tick. The afternoon light is softer now, falling in long yellow lines across the desk. The smell of paper and ink fills the office. Dad looks at a thick report waiting on his table. The pages are white and heavy. He feels the weight in his chest. Next to the report, his email box is full of small messages. Ding! Another one arrives. It feels easier to click on the small emails than to start the big report. But he knows the report matters more. Repeat after me. Dad has a big report. The big report is important. At her office, Mom is surrounded by sticky notes in bright yellow, pink, and green. Each one calls out for her attention. The glow of the screen makes her eyes tired. She takes a sip of lemon water. The taste is fresh, a little sour, waking her tongue. She looks at her notes, takes a pen, and circles one task. Just one. The sound of the pen scratching across the paper feels good, steady. She starts with that one. Slowly, the noise in her mind grows quiet. Repeat after me. Mom chooses one task. She starts small. At school, the child sees a worksheet with 20 math problems. The smell of pencil shavings and chalk dust fills the air. 20 feels like a mountain, too high to climb. The child puts the pencil down. Scratch, scratch. One problem is solved, then another. The mountain feels smaller. Step by step, it is possible. Repeat after me. The child solves one problem, then another. Here is the truth. In the afternoon, many tasks wait for us. Some are big, some are small. If we chase only the small ones, we feel busy but not proud. If we face the big one first, the afternoon feels lighter. Productivity is not about speed. Productivity is about direction. The lesson is simple. Choose what matters most. Do that first. Then the small things. Dad learns this with his report. Mom learns this with her sticky notes. The child learns this with math problems, and we can learn it too. Say with me, one big thing first. Now the reports are moving forward. The sticky notes are fewer. The math page is half full. The afternoon is still busy, but it feels possible. Yet energy begins to dip again. What can help? Sometimes it is not coffee, not water, but something small to eat. A fruit, a nut, even a cookie. That little refuel can carry us to evening. Part 7. Snacks, the mid-race refuel. The afternoon moves on. The clock shows 3 o'clock. The light outside is softer now, golden and warm, falling across windows like a blanket. Inside the office, the air feels heavy, almost sleepy. This is the moment when a small snack can change everything. Dad opens the drawer of his desk. Crrr. The sound of a wrapper. Inside is a cookie. He takes a bite. The chocolate melts, sweet and rich on his tongue. For a moment, his eyes open wider, his body feels happy. But he knows this sweet energy will not last long. Repeat after me. Dad eats a cookie. The cookie is sweet. Mom chooses something different. She opens a small box. Inside are almonds, brown and shiny. Crunch. The sound is strong as she bites. The taste is nutty, earthy, not too sweet. The energy comes slow but steady. She feels calm and focused, ready to keep working. Repeat after me. Mom eats almonds. Almonds give steady energy. At school, the child takes out an apple. The red skin shines in the afternoon sun. Crunch. The bite is crisp and loud. Juice runs down the side, cool and sweet on the tongue. The smell is fresh, like a tree in summer. The child smiles, then laughs with friends. The apple gives energy and joy at the same time. Repeat after me. The child eats an apple. The apple is fresh. Here is the truth. Snacks are small, but they matter. A cookie gives fast energy, then a quick drop. Nuts give slow, steady power. Fruit gives both freshness and sweetness. Each snack writes a different story for the rest of the day. The lesson is simple. Choose snacks with care. They are not just food. They are fuel. They decide if your evening will feel heavy or light. Now Dad is back at his desk. Mom is calm with her almonds. The child is happy with the apple. The afternoon continues. But food is not the only energy. There is another kind. Connection. Talking, listening, sharing with others. That is the next part of the story. Part 8. Communicating with others. Afternoon connections. The afternoon is still busy. The office is full of small sounds. Tap, tap, tap of keyboards, ding of emails, low voices in the hallway. Dad is in a meeting room. The blinds are half closed, and the light makes long golden lines across the table. The smell of dry erase marker is strong. He listens, then shares one simple idea. His voice is calm. A small laugh follows. The room feels lighter. Repeat after me. Dad speaks in the meeting. His words help. Mom is back at her desk. She is writing an email. The screen glows white and blue. Her fingers move quickly. The smell of coffee from the break room is still in the air. She writes her message, then adds one kind line. Hope your afternoon is going well. A short sentence, but it changes the tone. Someone who reads it will feel seen. Repeat after me. Mom writes an email. Her words are kind. At school, the child sits in a circle with friends. The classroom is warm, sunlight painting bright shapes on the floor. Pencils scratch on paper. Laughter rises as they share answers and ideas. The smell of crayons mixes with chalk dust. The child smiles. Group work feels hard sometimes, but also fun. Together, the problems become easier. Repeat after me. The child talks with friends. They share ideas. Here's the truth. Communication is more than words. It is tone, presence, kindness. Dad's idea in the meeting. Mom's kind line in her email. The child's laugh with classmates. Each one is small, but each one changes the day. The lesson is simple. Talk, listen, connect. Even a short chat, a smile, or one kind word can turn a heavy afternoon into something lighter. Now the voices are softer, the emails are sent, the group project is almost done. But there is one more kind of connection we need, not with others, but with ourselves, and that is where we go next. Part 9. Mindfulness and Self-Care. The reset button. The office is quiet again. The only sound is the steady hum of the air conditioner. Mom closes her laptop with a soft click. For a moment, the bright screen is gone, and the room feels calmer. She rubs her hands together with lemon cream. The smell is fresh, sweet, like summer. She closes her eyes and takes 3 slow breaths. In through the nose. The air is cool, carrying the faint smell of rain outside. Out through the mouth. A gentle sigh. When she opens her eyes, the golden afternoon light shines across her desk, and she feels new again. Repeat after me. Mom takes 3 breaths. She feels calm. Dad leans back in his chair. He looks at the white ceiling tiles. The lights above are soft and yellow now. He hears the low whir of the fan. For 2 minutes, he lets his mind rest. Not sleeping, just pausing. It feels like pressing a small reset button inside his head. Repeat after me. Dad takes a short pause. His mind resets. At school, the child puts down the pencil. The classroom smells of crayons and paper. Warm sunlight paints bright shapes on the wooden desk. The child rests their head on folded arms. Just 1 minute. When the head lifts again, the eyes are clearer, and the smile is back. Repeat after me. The child rests. The child feels better. Here is the truth. Mindfulness does not need candles or hours of silence. It can be 1 breath, 1 pause, 1 calm minute. These small moments give the mind fresh energy, more than another cup of coffee. Now the mind is clear, the body feels light, and the afternoon is almost over. The sun begins to fall, painting the sky orange and gold. Evening waits, and that is where our story goes next. Part 10. Closing reflection and bridge to evening. The sun is low now. The sky outside the window is painted orange, pink, and gold. Long shadows stretch across the floor. The air smells soft, like warm paper, and the last cup of coffee cooling on the desk. Dad shuts his laptop with a quiet click. Mom gathers her notes. The lemon scent from her hand cream still fresh. At school, the child packs the bag, the sound of zippers and books sliding inside. The taste of the apple from snack time is still sweet on the tongue. Every small choice today has shaped this afternoon. Lunch gave fuel. Work and study tested focus. Breaks gave new energy. Tasks, big and small, taught direction. Snacks gave steady strength. Communication made the day lighter. Mindfulness gave calm. Together, these little moments turned a hard afternoon into a gentle one. Repeat after me. Small choices matter. Small choices change the day. Here is the story gift for you. One small kind choice can transform not only your afternoon, but your whole evening. Maybe it is water, maybe a walk, maybe one kind word to a friend. These small things carry more power than we think. So I ask you, what is one small thing you will try tomorrow afternoon? Think of it now. Hold it close. Practice it once, and you may feel the difference. Thank you for being here with me, for listening, and for sharing this journey. If you missed our morning routine, it is on the screen. You can watch it and complete the first part of the day. And don't forget, the story continues. Next time, we will step into the evening routine, the hours of family, rest, and peace. Before you go, please like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you never miss the next story. Your support means so much. Repeat after me. Thank you. See you next time. The day is ending, but the story is not over. Evening is waiting, and I cannot wait to share it with you.